Hello guys, Lifehackster here. Today I'll show you the Yi Home Camera 2. I have to double check and made sure that I got the 2 and not the other 1080p home camera that Yi offers. The label in the front and this sticker label only shows home camera 1080p. But here in the back of the packaging, you will see that this is the Home Camera 2. This has been out of the market for a while, but I was just hesitant to buy it at first because of its price. It was like around $90 and actually went up to $120 for a few days last May. At that time, the other 1080p version was way cheaper. Now that it lowered down in price and is actually the same price as their other 1080p, I'll be comparing these two cameras in my next video. So anyways, with the lower price it has right now, then I just need to check it out. Here are the specs for this camera. Resolution 1920 by 1080, 130 degrees field of view, 3D noise reduction, HDR, WDR, lens distortion correction. It has a built-in microphone and speaker, and accepts micro SD card from 8 gigs to 64 gigs. I know the other Yi cameras are only able to support up to 32 gigs. That is weird that their packaging doesn't show the basic features of the camera. I know that the other Yi cameras I have, they have the basic features labeled in the packaging. If you go to Yi's website, yitechnology.com, the page they have for the Yi Camera 2 has the features, like the non-invasive LED. This means on night vision, the LED doesn't light up like the other cameras. It has a human detection, gesture recognition, which I think this model is the only one that has that feature. Baby crying detection, which the other 1080p cameras have that. So let's open it up. We have here the camera itself with the base. It comes with a double-sided mounting tape so that you can mount it in a wall or a ceiling. I guess. I don't know about that. I need screws if I'm mounting it in the wall or especially in the ceiling. Anyways, it comes with it. One major difference between this camera and the other Yi camera is that this camera and its base is the whole unit. You cannot take off the black part, which you can do on the other model. On the back side, you can see the speakers and the micro USB slot, which is in the bottom of the base. It has a rubber padding on the bottom so that it will not slip. It is hinged on this part so that you can adjust the camera by tilting it forward or backward. There is a little open lettering here to open up the back, which shows a metal casing. On top, you will see the reset button. And on the side is the slot to put in your micro SD card. This is the side profile of the camera. In front is the lens, and also a small LED light under it and a pinhole microphone below it. Mounting options. You can bend the back so that you can install it to a wall or also mount it in a ceiling. You can just need to reverse the orientation of the camera in the app. The only thing though is that it comes with a mounting tape only and has no option to screw it in, which I prefer. So let's see what else is inside the box. We have some paperwork and the startup guide on how to set it up. There is no mention on the mounting options. Here is some quick guide on how to use the app. The app actually is pretty intuitive, and you will be able to learn the different icons and what it does pretty quick. Then we have the power adapter, which I'm pretty sure is bigger than the other Yi cameras I have. It only means one thing: this camera needs a little bit more juice. 2000 milliamperes or 2 amps output. And we have here the micro USB cable. So let's plug it in and set it up. Download the app if you haven't yet. I already have the app, so I'll just open it up.
Powering on, please wait.
Wait for it to say,
Waiting to connect.
then click the plus sign button on the top right. Choose the Yi 1080p home camera 2.
Waiting to
Click.
connect.
I heard waiting to connect. I already have my Wi-Fi information in. So click connect to Wi-Fi. Then with the QR code, place it on the front of the camera.
Waiting to connect. QR code scan is successful. Please click next. Connecting. Please wait. Wi-Fi is connected.
There you have it. The camera is all set up.
Pairing is successful. You can start using your camera now.
For the camera to start recording, then we need to put in our micro SD card. Just open up the back and insert it in the slot on the left side. Then pop the back cover back in. Go back to the app and we will check the live view. Click on the HD button to select high definition, standard definition, or select automatic, which the app will select the video resolution depending on the speed of your internet connection. The camera defaults to a muted feed, and if you want to listen in, just click on the mute unmute icon. The camera will always record audio. On the settings, click the gear icon on the upper right corner and you can see the other options, like turning on off the camera, changing the camera name, which I'll change to Yi Camera 2 at this time. We have the settings. We can turn on and off the status light, which defaults to the on, meaning the blue LED light is on. I want it discreet, so I turn it off normally. There's image rotation, in case you will install it in the ceiling and you need to flip the image. We have the lens distortion correction, which corrects the fisheye view because of the wide angle lens. We have the HD settings, which I think is only available option to this camera. So you can change this to 720p or the highest resolution, which is 1080p at 25 frames per second. We have the camera microphone so as to record audio and to make use of the baby crying detection. We have the camera speaker, and you can adjust the volume. And we have the infrared night vision option so that you can turn it off when needed. The infrared on the Yi cameras uses a frequency range of 940 nm that is not detectable to the human eye, so it basically doesn't light up at night. And the mode if you want it like intercom, where you need to push the mic icon to talk, or hands-free like a phone. On the detection settings, you can turn it on so that you will get notified if the camera detects motion, and you can set up a detection zone by dragging and sizing the red frame to a specific area that you want to monitor. You just have to click OK to save it. There is this human detection option, which I guess if you want to screen out like cars or dogs, and you will only get alerted if people triggers the motion. Sensitivity level, where you can adjust how sensitive the motion detection will be. I'll keep mine at medium. There is also the sound detection that, in addition to the baby crying detection, you can get alerted if there's a high intensity sound like alarms or shouting, and you can adjust the sensitivity by using the slider. And we have the baby crying detection, which it will send an alert if it detects a baby crying. I've tested this feature in my past videos, and it works. We have options for the alert frequency if you want to get notified every time, or there's a cool-off period before it triggers the notification again. Finally, you can schedule when you're going to be alerted, so you can customize the time range or just select always on, which is 24/7. With this camera, they added a lot more settings that you can set up so that it will customize to your own needs. Kinda overwhelming in my case, but still good that you have that option if needed. Now going back to the main settings page, you have the Ye Cloud storage option if you want to subscribe, which is around $100 a year, up to 5 cameras. Then we have the gesture recognition, which I think is only available on this camera. This is where you can use hand gestures while in front of the camera to trigger the camera to record a 10-second clip, and then you will get a message alert. And I'll demo this on how it works. And we're going to try the hand gesture, okay? So what you're going to do is going to put your hand up and make a fist.
Video recording will begin in 3 seconds. 3, 2,
Then it will record. Just a test for the hand gesture, and it will record for about 10 seconds.
Video recording has ended. Video transfer is beginning.
And then you, after that's finished, you're gonna have a notification on your phone that you have an alert.
Video transfer is successful.
Okay. And this is how it looks in your video message. For the hand gesture, and it will record for about 10 seconds. Now going back to the settings. You can turn this on if you want to only record when there is an activity. Then there's the micro SD card, where you will know how much space you have. Please note that the camera automatically loops and deletes old footage. Alright, that's it for the settings, and we will now show you some sample footage. This one in daytime with no lights inside the house. This one at night with the lights on. Now this one at night without lights. Now I think the couch is catching all the infrared, so it is darker at the window and the door. So I'm going to change the position of the camera and watch it again. Now this is in my living room with the lights on. And this one with all lights are off. I'll be comparing the video of this camera with the other 1080p version and also with the Dome 1080p on my next video. Now let's check the sound coming from the camera. I set the two-way audio to the hands-free mode.
This is a test of the Home Camera 2 audio.
It does have a pretty decent volume. Alright, that's it guys. Thanks for watching and hopefully you liked the video. I'll include the links on the description down below to my other Yi camera reviews and also where you can learn more about Yi cameras. Don't forget to subscribe to get notified of new videos. Thank you.